EnglightenPro. Learn faster. Speak like a pro.
Hello, my wonderful students, and welcome back to EnglightenPro. I'm your host, Emily, and this is your daily English boost. Today, we are not going to learn a grammar rule. We are not going to memorize a long list of vocabulary. No. Today, I want to share a secret with you. This is a secret that can change everything. It is the secret to learning English faster than you think is possible. It is the secret that will make you feel more confident. It is the secret that will make English a part of your life, not just a subject you study in a book. Are you ready? Are you excited? The secret is listening. I know what you might be thinking. Listening? That's it? That's the big secret? I listen to my teacher. I listen to videos sometimes. How is that a secret? Please, stay with me. I want you to forget everything you think you know about learning a language. I want you to open your mind, and most importantly, open your ears. Because what I am going to share with you today is the most powerful tool you have. And later in this video, I will show you the exact technique we use here on EnglightenPro in our daily fluency challenge to turn this secret into real, fast progress. So make sure you watch until the end. Part 1. Learn like a baby. So to understand this secret, let's start by talking about how you learned your very first language. Let's talk about how a baby learns. I want you to think about something amazing. Every single person on this planet learned their first language perfectly. You learned your native language perfectly. How did you do it? Did your mother and father give you a grammar book when you were 1 year old? Did they show you flashcards with vocabulary words? Did they make you do exercises and tests? No, of course not. So how did you learn? You listened. That's it. For the first 1, 2, even 3 years of your life, you were a listening machine. You were in a world of sound. You heard your parents talking to you. You heard them talking to each other. You heard the television. You heard songs. You heard stories. You listened, and listened. Your brain was like a sponge. It was soaking up the sounds, the rhythm, the music of the language. You didn't understand every word. In the beginning, you understood nothing. But your brain was working. It was making connections. It was building the foundation of the language, brick by brick, sound by sound. You did not worry about speaking. You did not feel pressure. You just absorbed everything. And then, one day, after thousands of hours of listening, you said your first word, mama, dada. And then you said another word and another. Soon, you were making small sentences. They were not perfect. You made mistakes. But you spoke. And you learned to speak because you listened first. My dear students, when you are learning English, you are a baby in that language. And that is a wonderful thing. It means you can use the same natural, powerful method to learn. You need to build your English foundation. And the way to do that is to listen. You must stop thinking, I need to speak now. I need to be perfect. No, first, you need to listen. You need to give your brain the food it needs. And that food is English sound. Okay? Part 2. What happens in your brain when you listen to English, even if you don't understand everything? Let's talk about the magic. What is happening in your amazing brain when you listen to English, even if you don't understand everything? 1. You learn the music of English. Every language has a rhythm, a melody. We call this intonation and stress. It's the up and down of the voice. For example, when we ask a question, our voice often goes up at the end. Are you hungry? When we make a statement, It often goes down. I am hungry. You cannot learn this from a book. You can learn it by hearing it hundreds and thousands of times. When you listen, your brain learns this music automatically. You start to feel what sounds natural. This is why some people can speak English with perfect grammar, but they don't sound like a native speaker. They haven't learned the music. Listening teaches you the music. 2. You learn pronunciation naturally. How do you learn to say a difficult sound like th in 3 or the? A teacher can explain it. They can say, put your tongue between your teeth. And that is helpful. But the real way you learn is by hearing that sound again and again and again. When you listen to native speakers, your brain hears the exact, perfect sound. It's like a target. Your brain knows what the goal is. Over time, your mouth will learn how to make that sound because your brain has the correct map. You will start to hear the difference between ship and sheep or live and leave without even thinking about it. That is the power of listening. 3. You learn vocabulary and grammar in context. This is so important. In school, maybe you learn a list of words. For example, go, store, I, to. And then you have to put them together like a puzzle. I go to store. That's not quite right. But when you listen, you don't just hear words, you hear chunks, you hear phrases. You will hear a person say, I'm going to the store. She's going to the store. We're going to the store. Your brain doesn't just learn go, it learns the whole phrase, going to the store. It becomes one piece of information. So when you want to speak, you don't have to build the sentence. The phrase is already there in your head, ready to use. The same is true for grammar. You will hear he goes, she has, they are so many times that it will start to feel right. If you hear someone say, he go, your brain will send a signal. Wait, that sounds strange. I think it should be goes. This feeling, this intuition, is more powerful than any grammar rule you can memorize. You are not thinking about the rule add s for third person singular. You just know it sounds right. That is the power of listening. Part 3. Overcoming your fears. Now, I want to speak directly to your heart. I know many of you have fears. These fears stop you from learning. Let's talk about them. Fear number 1. But I don't understand anything. It's too difficult. This is the number 1 problem for beginners. You listen to a movie or a song, and it's just a wall of fast, confusing noise. You feel like giving up. Please, listen to me. You do not need to understand 100%. Let me say that again. You do not need to understand 100%. If you understand just 10 or 20%, that is a victory. That is a success. Remember the baby. The baby understood 0% for a long time. The key is to find material that is at your level. We call this comprehensible input. That's a fancy term. It just means understandable listening. You need to find things where you understand maybe 50 to 80%. Where can you find this? Podcasts for English learners. There are many wonderful podcasts made just for you. They speak slowly and explain difficult words. Search for English podcasts for beginners. Audiobooks for children. Listening to a simple story that you already know in your own language is a fantastic way to learn. Your job is not to understand every word. Your job is to listen and relax. Let the sounds wash over you. Your brain will do the work. Fear number 2. It's too fast. I can't keep up. Yes, native speakers can talk very fast, But we have a secret weapon: technology. On YouTube, there's a settings button. It looks like a little gear. You can click it and change the playback speed. You can slow the video down to 0.75x. This is a game changer. Suddenly, you can hear every word clearly. As you get better, you can listen at normal speed. Your brain will adapt. It's like exercise. At first, you can only lift a small weight, but every day you get a little stronger. Listening is exercise for your ears and your brain. Fear number 3. I am afraid to speak. I will make mistakes. This is the biggest fear of all, and listening is the cure. Why are you afraid to speak? Because you feel like you have nothing to say. You are searching for words in your head, trying to build sentences, trying to remember grammar rules. It's stressful. But imagine if your head was full of English. Imagine you have listened for hundreds of hours. The words, the phrases, the sentences, the music, it's all in there. When it's time to speak, you are not creating something from nothing. You are simply pulling out what is already there. Speaking becomes easy. It becomes natural. It becomes output after a lot of input. Listening builds your confidence in a deep way. You start to trust your brain. You start to feel the language. Mistakes become smaller and smaller, not because you are studying harder, but because you are listening more. Part 4, your action plan, the 30-day listening challenge. Okay, so you believe me. You are motivated. You are ready. But what do you do tomorrow? I want to give you a simple, practical plan. I call it the 30-day listening challenge. Are you with me? Your goal is simple. Listen to English every single day for the next 30 days, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Consistency is more important than duration. 15 minutes every day is better than 2 hours on one day. Step 1. Find your dead time. Dead time is the time in your day when you are doing something with your hands, but your mind is free. When you are cooking or washing dishes, when you are cleaning the house, when you are walking or exercising, when you are on the bus or in the car going to work, when you are waiting in line. This is your new English listening time. Put in your headphones and press play. You can add 30, 60, even 90 minutes of listening to your day without finding any extra time. This is how you listen for hundreds of hours. Step 2. Choose your materials. Make a playlist. Don't just search for something new every day. Spend 20 minutes today and make a playlist for the week. Find things you are interested in. If you like cooking, find a simple cooking show on YouTube. If you like video games, watch someone play a simple game. If you love stories, find an audiobook. Choose things that are easy and fun. This should not feel like work. It should feel like a reward. Step 3. Listen actively and passively. There are 2 ways to listen. Passive listening is when English is on in the background. You are cooking, you are thinking about other things, but the sound is still entering your brain. This is good. It helps your brain get used to the music of the language. Active listening is when you give it your full attention. Maybe for just 5 or 10 minutes of your listening time. In this time, you really focus. Try to write down one sentence you hear. Try to shadow. This is a powerful technique. You listen to one sentence, pause, and try to say it exactly like the speaker, with the same sound, the same rhythm, the same emotion. It feels strange at first, but it is incredible for your pronunciation. Listen for a word you don't know, guess the meaning from the context, and then check it later. Step 4. The EnglightenPro method. turning stories into fluency. Now I want to share with you the special method we have developed right here on our channel. This is the system we use in our daily fluency challenge, and it is designed to take you from just listening to thinking and speaking in English. It's a simple two-part process. First, there is deep listening. We give you a short, interesting story. Your first job is not to understand every word. Your first job is just to listen. But we don't want you to listen just once. We ask you to listen to the story many, many times. Maybe 5 times, maybe 7, maybe even 10 times. 10 times, you might ask? Why so many? Because something magical happens. The first and second time, you are just trying to understand the basic plot. Who are the characters? What is happening? The third and fourth time, your brain already knows the story. Now we can relax and start noticing other things. You start to hear the pronunciation of the words, the music of the sentences. By the 7th, 8th, or even 10th time, you are absorbing everything. You are noticing the grammar. You hear how prepositions are used. You are learning vocabulary in context. This is deep listening. You are building that foundation brick by brick. Second, we play the Q&A game. After you have listened many times, we move to the next step, practice. But this is not a scary test. It's a fun game. I will ask you many, many simple questions about the story you just heard. For example, if the story says the cat was black, I will ask, was the cat black or white? What color was the cat? Was there a cat in the story? Your job is to answer the questions. You can say them out loud. You can even guess. The amazing thing is you know the answers because you listen to the story so many times. This simple game does something incredible for your brain. It forces you to retrieve the English you just learned. You are practicing speaking without the fear of creating sentences from nothing. You are building the connection between understanding, listening, and producing, speaking. You start to think in English. This is the method. Listen to a story many times, then answer simple questions about it. It is the fastest and most enjoyable way to build real confidence and fluency. And it's what we do here every single day. Your journey starts now. My dear dedicated student, the secret to learning English fast is not a magic pill. It's not an expensive software. The secret has been with you all along. It is your ability to listen. Listening is not a passive, lazy activity. It is the most active, powerful, and important thing you can do to become fluent. It builds your foundation, teaches you pronunciation, gives you grammar naturally, and destroys your fear. So here is your real homework. I want you to experience this powerful method right now. Click on the link in the description and go to the latest episode of our Daily Fluency Challenge. Listen to the story at least 5 times and then play the question and answer game with me out loud. This is your first step. I want to celebrate your commitment. If you found this secret helpful today, please like this video and subscribe to EnglightenPro so you don't miss a single day of our challenge. This is Emily from EnglightenPro. I believe in you, and I can't wait to see you in our next episode. Keep listening, keep growing, and I'll see you soon.